Okay. This week, I'm going to talk about uh, something else. This is not going to be a part of my home lab video. I probably will upload this one as under miscellaneous category. As everyone knows, if you guys interested in any sort of IT related news, so last week was one of the biggest uh, incidents happened in IT world, uh, especially in US. The stock market values dropped hugely, billions, like tech giants in Nvidia, Microsoft, Oracle, and all others, while President Donald Trump allocated, I think, the big money, millions, I think the big 500 billion for investment in AI technology for the future. Uh, Actually, with the Chinese New Year, a small company in China released large language model AI similar to OpenAI, which is we called ChatGPT. Um, that causes all these problems because this Chinese company released AI model called DeepSeek. So this DeepSeek released as open source software. That's a new thing for the IT world because OpenAI ChatGPT is a closed model. We couldn't see what is happening inside that model. How do you train? How do you uh, the way they're thinking? But with the release of this DeepSeek, everything changed. I think it's going to change all the future of artificial intelligence. So today, just going to show you very little things about this the one. So actually, what are the large language models? So if you check in the web, so large language models are also known as LLM, very large deep learning models that are pre-trained on vast amount of data. So these models are trained in a huge amount of data. So it can sort out the problems we have. So in this video, I'm going to show you there's a sort of platform uh, called Ollama. We're going to explore into that Ollama platform. You can locally install these open source uh, large number of these large language models, and you can check them. Like you can ask questions and find out how do they work, sort of things. Actually, a change in this releasing this open source model is going to change a lot of things. Like um, I never thought that I can do something, some sort of local installation of a language model. I mean, with the monopoly of ChatGPT, they've been using and they've been charging a lot of money, and we get answers, but we don't know how you think to get that answer, how you interpret the answer. But these think models, which were released, is going to show us how these models are. working the way they thinking. Also, it's a very good thing. I think a positive thing about this one is small and medium-sized companies or individuals who doesn't have much financial resources to use these funds. So want to use something API to these models. So possibly you can get a cheaper. I mean, what we heard that that Chinese company released this one is as a byproduct, not actually it's a main project, but the training was able to do it in a cheaper, like $5-6 million. Like we heard, ChatGPT to train a ChatGPT model, it spent 500 million US dollars or some sort of money similar to that. So even the new chips, AI enabled chips, NVIDIA, which is restricted to sell in China region. So we heard these models were trained uh, from old chips, previous chips, not the new ones, because of to keep these ones like a monopoly. So they're restricted to selling these ones. So this is the platform we're going to looking into that. So it's called Ollama.com. So you can get up and running with large language models. So there are so many models are available. So this platform is available to download and get it installed in Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. So you can first have to install the Ollama, and then you go to models. You have so many models. See that you got a DeepSeek is the latest model released about 11 days ago. It has sort of a different dense models, six dense models with how many parameters you're going to use. The other one is PHI4, which is released little while ago. It's from Microsoft, and you can see there are about 10, 15 models are here. So if you go to DeepSeek, first generation of reasoning models, right? So you got a 1.5 billion and 1.7. The major thing is you need to consider is these models, the chief smallest model, 1.5 billion, you can install that without big problem with the running. It's only downloading 1.1 GB of data, right? That's the one I'm going to show you demonstration. I have downloaded few other models to one of my mm, virtual PC, which is running Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. But for this one, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to install this smallest model in. I've got a Docker desktop installed in my Windows. See that if you use 7D, got a 4.7 GB of data. And once they using the bigger size of parameters, like if you use 8B, 14B, 9 GB, and if you go 32B, so you have to download 20 GB of data, 671, 404 GB. I don't know even if I download that bigger one, how much memory and CPUs I needed. So DeepSeek version 3 also you can, if possible, you to download locally, but I don't think we can run that one. I don't know what is the requirement. So it got like huge data, 404 GB data. So you probably will run out of your internet usage. You could download this one, but see, we can still run one of the DeepSeek R1 model. This one version 3 you can directly can be used if you create an account in the through internet. Uh, all right, so let's see whether we can get this Ollama uh, installed in one of our machine. I'm going to for the demonstration. I'm going to use my Docker desktop. So this Docker desktop, I have installed one of the Docker machine. That's a Ubuntu machine, right? So see that that is starting Docker desktop, right? Once this is started, I'm going to start my Ubuntu machine. So what is the model to demonstrate to you guys? I can install it in there, but later I'm going to open my VMware virtual machine and then going to show you other models I have already installed in Red Hat Enterprise Linux, right? So this is Ubuntu. So that is a Docker machine. So I installed it. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get administrator privileges. So sudo -i. I'm going to use password for getting into administrative privileges. And now, so first thing we have to get platform installed. So you go to download button, click on Linux and see that just one command. So your curl will download and install.sh will install that one. So just double click. So it started downloading a bundle. I think it's a believe it's less than 1 GB data, might be 600, 700. Just downloading it. So hopefully this Docker machine should be able to run that the model. But I believe the best thing is like you can install this one in one of the virtual machine because when you install in one of the virtual machines, you can increase the RAM and number of cores when you're downloading like bigger models, right? I remember when I was installing my some models in my Linux 9, so it was asking once I'm going to run to increase RAM to 12 GB or something like that. So when your model become bigger and bigger, it will ask for more resources, right? The other thing is you really don't need anything like NVIDIA AI-enabled processor or anything. You just can run. It's a normal. My machine is a Intel. I don't have any in my laptop. I don't have NVIDIA chip or anything like that. But it's, it might be a good idea if you're downloading a bigger sizes of parameters like you probably need a powerful computer, something like that. So the best thing we can do is once you download one of these models, you don't really need internet to run these on. You can switch off your internet and model runs with your local computer without any problem, right? And I don't think these models got any limitations. I haven't explored very much, but see, I don't think they have much limitations. Uh, so you can understand how this uh, the way of thinking works, right? That's what we can't see in like a chat GPT. So when you ask a question from chat GPT, it gives you an answer, but it doesn't tell you the way it's think and just give you some sort of a fair reasoning. How do you get this also? like that. So this is what is that. So this is like that, something like that. But in these models, like open source, these models, so you can see when you ask a question, a thinking question, you can see how that thinking process going. Maybe a good idea, uh, or even we can start thinking like that. Sort of, how do we going to understand a question, and how do we come into a final solution for that? So it's nearly downloaded this one. Uh, 93%. So this is the platform. Once you install this platform, so all of other models will download and run on top of that. Right? Once you download it one time, that's what it is. So you can download fewer. All right. So that's ready. So it didn't take too long. So install complete. Run Ollama from command line. So just going to run, and I will show you what are the basic use of available commands with Ollama. Right? Let's look into version, what version we are running. So version is 0.5.7. It's probably the latest version. So we installed it from a website. So right now, if you have any other models running, you can use a PS to find out, right? But in this Docker, we don't have anything. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to go to models, and I'm going to download DeepSeek R1. I'm going to use the smallest one, 1.5 billion. So that's 1.1 GB. So Ollama run. This is the command we have to run. So it will download all the data, 1.1 GB, and then it will start running the model. So it's going to pull the data. It might take a few, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. With my internet speed is not very high. I mean, I got about 50, but normal download just to about 6-7 megabytes per second. All right, so 17%. So good thing to have sort of a model like that. This one, so we can get a logical answers or something arises. So it's easy because earlier, if you want to find out something in a Google, you have to go and search in each link. But if your first link doesn't work, then you have to go to next link, find out whether you got something in there, and then you have to go to third link. And if it doesn't work like that, either you have to open new tabs in your uh, Internet Explorer, so Internet browser. This is a good thing. I mean, I know every one of you guys, uh, at least you have been using a free version of ChatGPT because it's so popular, and might have get an answer for something. Um, it's all depend if you are developer, if you are someone else project. So a lot of things we can get a help. I mean, it's harder to think something without AI involvement in the future. So I believe sort of like this field will grow up very rapidly in next few years. I'm pretty sure a lot of things AI will involve in the future. Whatever we do, it's going to involve in the process and everything. will be structurally uh, will get solutions from there. So we are nearly there. So downloaded 1.1 GB, so it's going to run the model now. And yeah, just running. Right. Okay. So all right, that's it. Success. So it's ready. This is the prompt we are going to get. So it's going to get you prompt. So these models, Ollama, we don't have like graphical user interface or nice web interface, whatever we have in the ChatGPT or DeepSync online versions, right? So yeah, these are the commands available, right? So let's let's use show command to find out the information about the model we are running. So show info, right? So show info will show you what model we are running. So architecture going to parameters 1.8 billion. So the other things like they're related to this AI. I don't know actually what is the meaning of these ones. You can search them. If you go to this model, underneath that model, it usually explains what it is, right? And what we get to do, we get to ask a question, right? Download that question, right? From one of the math book. I'm just going to ask this one. So the other thing is you want to clear the this one, you can use Control L. All right, the question is minus 2.17 rational number. Explain. So see that it started with the think mode. So think mode. So this is how these models started thinking and come into final question. So if you type this under the ChatGPT, I think ChatGPT also now after this DeepSeek release, they're giving you a think model called ChatGPT Mini 3 or something. But before that, we wasn't available. So see that if you can ask question and then you can find out what it is. I mean, what sort of so I need to determine rational number first. I recall all my integers. This see that you can read this command, so you can understand how these thinking models are coming into final resolution, right? And at the end, it's going to tell you what is the final answer. This is called, I think, it's let's see, conclusion. Since can be expressed as a fraction, satisfies the definition of rational number. So it evaluate all the possibilities and will come into the final answer. So this is a good thing. Like it's a fun. You can get a knowledge how they work. Like you ask question, right? And see that you can download this different models whichever I downloaded. So you go to 8B, um, 8 billion parameters, 14 billion, and they're the bigger sizes like 14B download 9 GB of data. But it should ask you for sort of a more memory and more resources maybe. Um, All right. So the other thing interested to me is Microsoft, the model released about 3 weeks ago. That is called PHI-4, right? And it's about a 9.1 GB. See that? It's a 14 billion parameter, right? It says data filtered from public website and acquired academic books and QA data sets, right? That should be something academically. If you ask in question something, probably will provide its answer. So this is the other one I downloaded to my virtual machine. What we're going to do, I'm going to close this Docker, right? And then I'm going to exit out from this Docker machine. So it clears some of my memory. See, you could see that been using about 8 GB of memory. So once the model running, it will take more resources. So exit from that and see, yeah, it exists now. Now we're going to run my VMware and going to start Red Hat Enterprise Linux machine. Okay, so just going to start VMware Workstation Pro. All right, so Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.5 got a 16 GB. I increased the cores to 8, right? To run some of these models. So get to start in Putty. So in Putty is sort of a Putty variant. You can use more tabs like Internet Explorer. You can open more machines. So I'm going to connect into my Red Hat Enterprise Linux machine. So I'm there now. So Ollama PS. No, don't run anything. But I'm going to show you a list of models I have here. So it should be Ollama list. Will show you what are the models you can run with this machine. Right? Okay, Ollama list. All right. You could see there are 3 models, right? Have been running. So PHI 4, latest DeepSeek 7 billion and 1.5 billion R1 version, right? So let's see, you can run a DeepSeek 7B and quick have a look. I'm going to ask a certain question. So it says Ollama run, the model name. That's how we run. So Ollama run DeepSeek 7 billion. So sometimes when you run a few different models, it takes so much memory and you probably has to restart sometime machine to get it up and running to clear your memory, right? Okay, so let's have a look how long will it take to load this one. Once your machine's model got a bigger data size, yeah, it will become a little bit slower because it need more resources to run. Let's have a quick look at the model information. So should say show info, right? Will show you what model you are running now. So you're running 7.6 billion parameters, going to same thing like DeepSeek model. Okay, so if you ask the question as it's going to go into think mode and going to give you answers as well. So this is going to be a little bit different with whatever the model we've been running 1.5 billion. So gives you sort of different, but same thing. The way this model thinking displayed in the on top of terminal, right? So I just use Control C to exit from that one because this is the same model but bigger in size. So let's looking into the one of the other model that is PHI4 developed by Microsoft. How does that going to be answering? So see that /by exit out from my current model. Uh, so this one is a 9 GB of for 9.1 GB of data. It is going to take a little while. I'm going to restart this virtual machine to free up some the memory. I'm not sure whether it's clearing memory, but because of it's a bit of a bigger data model, might take more time than to previous models. So the worst case, I'll press Control C and then I'll exit out, and I'm going to restart this machine. Okay, shut down minus R now. All right, so I would be in admin privileges to restart the machine. The sudo minus I will get you administration privilege, so entering a password, and then it's going to restart. So this one will be very quick, less than 30 seconds. This machine got a 16 GB of RAM and 8 cores, so 8 cores, I think 8 or 4, didn't remember, but won't take too long. Less than 30 seconds, I should be able to connect. So this is very quick. See that? Machine came back. So I'll use the history command to find out. I can find the history. So 48, Ollama run people. So exclamation mark 48 will bring back that command, the number. Uh, so let's see how long will it take. So this data size of this one was about 9.1 GB. This is the biggest one I just downloaded because I had a curiosity to find out. So what sort of model that Microsoft is giving, and what sort of information, how does that going to answer the same question? But we asked for more, right? It's ready. So let's have a quick look on what sort of information this model showing for. We'll show you what model we are running. Okay, PHI3 says PHI4, but PHI3 14.7 billion parameters, right? So it's all depend on how what is your requirement. If you don't need that sort of deep seek thinking there's a long answer, you can try with this one. See that? It says straight away, um, not like deep seek or thinking, let me think about what is a rational number. Rational number should be blah blah blah, something like. But this one came up. Yes, it's a rational number. Rational number is any number that can be expressed. So this one seems it's giving you a precise, but it's still a fair amount of information to you with the solution, right? So someone doesn't want to go that deep thinking way. This model gives you a quick answer. So I believe so. Use this one for academic things, like if you want to find out something in whatever your unit can be finding out. Um, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it took only 5 lines, right? Uh, doesn't say you go to think more or anything like that. It just give you answer. But the other one, we could see is going into a think mode, and the way it's thinking. So I believe little uh, demonstration was interesting, and you can do from your home. You can install either in your Windows, Mac, or Linux machine. The one of these models you can play around it and can have a look. So definitely we're going to use this much of AI in future. So pretty sure it's going to be part of your IT life in the future. I'll see you from next video. Thank you very much for today. I'll see you from